Benjamin, going into your third season.
Mm-hmm.
How's it different for you now? And what's going to be asked of you, expected of you, knowing the defense?
Yeah, honestly, going into year 3, very different from 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is kind of a transition, learning the defense, learn like how to build a chemistry with your teammates. Year 3, they kind of expect you to take on some of the responsibility of being a veteran. So like the new class just came in. So this is my responsibility now as a veteran to help them, show them the way, the same way guys like Kendall Fuller and Cam Carroll did the same thing with me for year 1 and year 2. And yeah, it's a little bit more responsibility, but like I said, on year 3, you're ready for that, and you're just looking to perform, execute everything the right way, so you can help the younger guys and the defense or the players around you to win, play at the best.
You mentioned the younger class. Sounds like you're already taking on a leadership role, whether it's being asked of you or just that confidence that does come with a few years in the system. The secondary got a little extra depth to it with the addition of Quan Martin, Emmanuel Forbes. What do you know of them so far and what to expect?
From the little stuff that I saw like online and just talking with them, I mean, we brought in playmakers. I think Jack has a very aggressive and like trying to get to the quarterback type of scheme. So having playmakers on the back end, like, it goes hand in hand. I always say that like the D-line and the DBs, they go hand in hand. We have a great D-lines with great, like very athletic and playmakers, so they're going to get to the quarterback. So once they get to the quarterback and the quarterback is rushed, he's going to throw the ball in the air, and then we need playmakers to go get the ball or shut down all this receiver. And I think that's what we brought in. So we're going to have an amazing unit this year.
It also brings in a certain amount of competition. How does that kind of help you in strengthening your game, given kind of where you're at in your career right now as well?
I think it's a beautiful thing. When I play against other receivers, I want to play against the best. If I play against mediocre talent, then I'm not getting better. I'm not showing what I'm capable of. So when I go against, top receivers, it brings the best out of my game because I need to step my game up and be good at on every rep. So it's the same way with your teammates. You have great teammates. You have people pushing you and putting pressure and be like, if you slip up, I'm going to take your spot. Then it brings the best out of you and may the best man win.
You're on a roll being that starting corner until injury in week 11, but you were getting those top receivers. I mean, you were being challenged each and every week, and we saw just how dynamic you can be in being able to stop that. And also some potential and a lot of growth that there can be in your game. What are you wanting to get to and work on to that next step of what you're capable of doing on the field?
For me, I think execution and route recognition, which is something that comes with time. Like being in the same defense, you start to like pick up on small little details that maybe as a rookie or a year 2 you don't get. So now, like this year, I'm looking forward to like when I see something on film, I trust it, I believe it, and I jump it. So turn some of those PBUs into like pick 6 now, or a lot more interception. And then, like you said, like I just want to stay healthy. Like if I can stay healthy the whole season, like I can do great things, and I can, like, my potential is, you never know. But health and route recognition, trusting it, that's the main thing that I'm going to be working on this whole year.
I know health is definitely something that's been frustrating for you, having to watch from the sidelines, especially when you do get into those grooves. They also show that they want you on the field, be it outside or you having to move to the slot or back out to outside again. When I say position flex, what does that mean for you in your game?
I think the greatest thing that you can have is availability, like you said, but also versatility. So let's say like there's a certain game, a certain package where they like me better on the inside because they have a different receiver or a bigger receiver that plays there. Then if I know what I'm doing, I know my assignment as a nickel, then I can go inside and play. But if I don't know that, then I'm stuck on the bench because they're going to put somebody else there that knows, what they're doing. So that's why I always stay learning the corner position, but also learn nickel, which now, I can move around, or even, later in the future as I get older, like safety. So you play all 3 positions because versatility gives you more playing time.
It's a little bit unusual though, to go kind of from the outside maybe to the slot because of having to go sideline to sideline in a sense, movement of your hips. You're a bit unique because you have the height, you have the arm width to be able to even get up there and play press and be able to challenge them. Where does that come from? I mean, is there anything that's in your training or your genetics or your upbringing or even playing maybe hockey as a kid that potentially helps?
Yeah, I think now that I look back at it and some of the movements that we do, like a lot of kids that come out of high school here, hockey's not that big of a sport. You ask someone here, like, if they grew up playing hockey, they probably say, no, like I ran track, I played basketball, whatever, which a lot of those skill traits translate to football. But for me, I played hockey for 14 years. So like I'm used to skating backward and defending backward, cutting on a dime, side to side. And that's where, like, now that I look back at it, all my lateral quickness, agility, being able to, like, you know, comfortable going backward and still defending people, that's all hockey, like, skills traits. So, so shout out my parents for lacing up skates on me when I was 4 instead of, you know, playing football or whatever. So I think it translated very well.
You might be one of the very few hockey players turned football. I know it's important for you to have that back in Canada as well. Tell us a little bit about your initiative there to get football for kids up in Canada.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, it was kind of like just something that I saw that we lacked growing up. So growing up, I always wanted to make it to the NFL, but we didn't have the same resources in terms of camps, events, and just recruiting coaches or whatever. We always had to travel here to come here and prove ourselves. And then I told myself my mission was that once I make it, I'm going to come back and bring some of those, you know, coaches and players and camps and all those events back home, so they don't have to travel and they don't have to go outside and always, like, you know, seek validation from other people. They can come right here in their backyard and get some coachings and techniques and all that stuff from pros that made it, you know, from the same area that they made it. Because representation matters. So if no one made it in your area, whatever your field of business, like media or whatever, and you say, oh, I want to do this, they'll be like, okay, well, no one made it. Why you?
What's the
but
path?
now, if no one made it and you come back and you do like a internship or a camp or whatever, okay, I can be just like Benjamin. I can be just like Julie or whatever.
Is part of that making it come show out in your swag, your game day fit?
Making it? Oh, of course. I mean, people,
where do you get that style from?
I mean, I would say, like, growing up, my parents, they always, like, when I would dress well, and I was, you know, it also comes from my environment, like Montreal, like we have a very, like, European type of style. We like fashion, streetwear and all that stuff. And I feel like every time I have a nice outfit for a game, I always play well, you know? Like when you wake up and you don't feel really too comfortable in what you're wearing, like it kind of, like, you know, tones down your energy. But when you got something nice and you express yourself and it's a good outfit, then you feel good and it translates to your game, you know? And
the ride pulling in?
We've
seen some new wheels.
It all goes, you feel good hopping in your car, you know what I'm saying? You drive, it drives nicely, it looks good. People say, oh, nice car and all that stuff. And then you head into the game, you know, with a right mindset.
But you're not going to be able to hide on the roads. Everybody doesn't know it's you if you're driving around in that new green Porsche.
Hey, I'm just like the responsibility I have at year 3 as a veteran. I will take these responsibilities that people will know it's me on the road. Yeah.
Okay, finish this sentence for me. Benjamin St-Juste in 2023 will be
All Pro. None less.
I like it. Thank you.
Thank you.